Sunday shoes, cap and gown, the whole town gathered around. Waited 18 years, now it's all coming down to this. I scan the crowd and it fills my soul. My best friends all here enrolled. No turning back, now it's time to walk that line. This tassel is gonna turn, but when the moment passes by, we'll just walk away, then slowly grow apart. But I'm not gonna cry, no, not one sad or happy tear. bittersweet goodbye, but I'm not gonna cry, no. Friday night, football games, first loves and first heartbreaks. It didn't matter who won or lost, only how we played. Memories as good as gold, tearing up those mountain roads, racing out 53 to old Georgetown. Sure, we've made a little trouble, but learned from every mistake, so there's no regretting. We've done the best we could, so I'm not gonna cry. No. Not one sad or happy tear. I've waited my whole life. No, I'm gonna fly right out of here. These have been the best years of my life, so I'm not gonna cry. It's been a long and winding journey, and we've lost a few along the way. Still we've hung in there through the tribulations. Now it's time to celebrate. It's our graduation day, yeah. So I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. No, not one sad or happy tear. Not one sad or happy tear. I've waited my whole life. I've waited my whole life. Now I'm gonna fly right out of here. I'll fly right out of here. This has been the best day of my life, so I'm not gonna cry. It's a bittersweet goodbye, and I'm not gonna cry. Sunday shoes, cap and gown, the whole town gathered around. Waited 18 years, now it's all coming down to this. I scan the crowd and it fills my soul. My best friends all here enrolled. No turning back, now it's time to walk that line. This tassel is gonna turn, but when the moment passes by, we'll just walk away, then slowly grow apart. But I'm not gonna cry, no, not one sad or happy tear. Well, I've waited my whole life. Now I'm gonna fly right out of here. It's a bittersweet goodbye, but I'm not gonna cry, no. Friday night, football games, first loves and first heartbreaks. It didn't matter who won or lost, only how we played. Memories as good as gold, tearing up those mountain roads, racing out 53 to old Georgetown. Sure, we've made a little trouble, but learned from every mistake, so there's no regretting. We've done the best we could, so I'm not gonna cry. No. Not one sad or happy tear. I've waited my whole life. No, I'm gonna fly right out of here. These have been the best years of my life, so I'm not gonna cry. It's been a long and winding journey, and we've lost a few along the way. Still we've hung in there through the tribulations. Now it's time to celebrate. It's our graduation day, yeah. So I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry, no. Not one sad or happy tear. Not one sad or happy tear. I've waited my whole life. I've waited my whole life. Now I'm gonna fly right out of here. I'll fly right out of here. This has been the best day of my life, so I'm not gonna cry. It's a bittersweet goodbye, and I'm not gonna cry. Take the photographs and still frames in your mind. Hang them on the shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and tests go on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
It's something unpredictable, in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's now my pleasure to introduce Class 2013 salutatorian Shenandoah. Trying to speak for the senior class as a whole is a difficult task. I mean, what do you say after spending 13 years together? After 13 years of memories. After growing and changing as both a group and as individuals. We have watched one another become the people we are today, and on this day, we will all go our separate ways. After this ceremony is over, we will have no ties to the place we have gathered for all this time. We are free to go wherever we please. So what do you say to the last time we were all together here as a group? I guess what I would like to say is cherish this time. This was the time in our lives where life was easiest. I know we have all been through some hard times with our families and with our country, but this really was the most carefree our lives will ever be. After this, we will be thrown out into the real world, and it will test us every day to see what we are made of. So I hope we will all look back fondly on these times when we are all in so much of kids with nothing more to worry about than being on the homework list. I know I will. Being away these past 2 years has been one of the hardest things I've had to do in my life. When my family moved and I had to change schools, I was heartbroken. I hated having to walk through the school doors and leave behind the people I had known. Blue River was nice and the people were good to us, but it wasn't Shenandoah. So when I had the chance to return and graduate with my class, I could not have been happier. I loved it every minute of this year, even though I had to give up being valedictorian due to a GPA issue. It just felt right to be back here, to be back home. Being able to share this day with all my classmates and the best teachers and faculty I have ever known has been a true blessing. I hope we can all look back on these times and see how lucky we were to have such an amazing place to grow up. Thank you. I've been walking in the same way as I've been, and missing out the cracks in the pavement.
Sometimes my heels strapping my feet. Is there anything I can do for you, dear? Is there anyone I could have? No, and thank you, please, madam. I am lost, just wondering. Round my hometown, memories are fresh. Round my hometown, ooh, the people I met. Hollow wonders my world, hollow wonders my world, hollow wonders of these world wonders now. I like it in the city when the air is so thick and lonely. I love it to see everybody in short skirts, shorts, and shades. I like it in the city when two worlds collide. You get the people and the government, everybody taking different sides. Shows that we ain't gonna stand, shows that we are united, shows that we ain't gonna take it. Shows that we ain't gonna stand, shows that we are united. Round my hometown, memories are fresh. Round my hometown, ooh, the people I met.
I want to open today with a quote by one of the great philosophers of our time, Dr. Seuss. Congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places, you're off and away. You got brains in your head, you got feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. And you are the guy who will decide where to go. Today is special because it is our day. It's our day to celebrate and look past, celebrate our past and look forward to our future. We're off to great places, but it's important to remember the great places that we live. Our past is what has made us what we are now, and brought us to today. On our first birthday, we played with arcades and people thought it was cute. On our 18th birthday, we didn't play with arcades because people wouldn't think it was cute. Some things have changed over the last 18 years, but some have not. We've moved on from our first day of kindergarten, where our moms dropped us off and cried, to today, where our moms dropped us off and cried. From our elementary school graduation in 5th grade, where we thought we were big stuff, to the first day of 6th grade, where we were quickly assured that we were not big stuff. Elementary school was a time where a single moment of playground at recess could turn into a destination. But they didn't grow up and moved on to middle school, our next great place, and all of our not so great opportunities. That's probably an exception. this great place, high school. High school was where we became who we are today. We each found our place and shared ourselves in the direction of our choice. Some of us were athletes, some of us were math geeks, a fair number of us were both. Some of us were involved in music and art, and some of us were worked the nerd. No matter which group we associated with, the last 4 years were full of hard work and determination. That hard work and determination culminates in today's celebration. For the last 13 years, we're not meant to end at this ceremony. I'd like to apologize ahead of time for this cliche, but this is a commencement ceremony, standing for the beginning of the next chapter of our lives. We're transitioning into something new and something different. We're off to great places and big things. Shenandoah is where our journey began, but it's only the first stop we made. Most of us have determined what's next. Some of us are going to college, and some of us are jumping headfirst into the real world. Some of us are going to be businessmen and women, construction workers, or dental hygienists. Some of us are going to be doctors and nurses. Thankfully, some of us are not going to be doctors and nurses. We're on our own now, and we're the ones who will sign our own. Today is by no means the end. It is a big day now, but it's just the first of a string of big things. In a little while, we'll sing songs as we go out to Shenandoah, as we move on to the white tomorrow. Shenandoah has prepared us for that white tomorrow. We've had many good times in these halls, but it's not end once we leave here. In fact, the majority of our good times and great places are ahead of us. We've still got many days to come that will stand out from the rest. To celebrate many events. I'm excited to see what we're all going to do with our tomorrows, because I believe we can each do something great. In closing, I'd like to congratulate everyone once again. Today is special because we can stand here and look both ahead as we work past and ahead of us into our future. It is from this future vantage point, one that we can only see today. You all stand proud of today and dream of what all our tomorrows. Today is the day we can be proud of what we are doing. We are allowed to be selfish and say, look what I did, because we did something good. Today we can sit in these seats and soak up the atmosphere. 13 years of hard work and determination have culminated in the celebration of today. Enjoy today, because it is our day. We're off to great places. We're off.
This is certainly a time that I cherish each year to have an opportunity to have a little more chat with graduating class before we send them on their way and out the doors as Shenandoah High School graduates. Before I do that, however, on behalf of graduates, we would like to have enough recognitions. First, over the last 13 years, there have been a great number of individuals, from bus drivers to cafeteria workers to secretaries to teachers, coaches, lunch duty folks, you name it. I've played a part in helping these students get here today. In any time during the last 15 years, we've been associated with the Shenandoah School Corporation.
I wouldn't worry about that. I'm worried about getting in.
I don't know if he has.
Graduates may recognize you. Of course, we would be remiss if we didn't recognize our parents. They got a little more than 13 years wrapped up in this for today. With the parents of our graduates, also now please stand so that your sons and daughters may recognize you. The one thing I hate about this is I'm not a public speaker, so it's usually last minute to decide what I want to say to everyone. It's a little extra tough this year with the fact that I was sitting in Mrs. Norris's room, which is now my new office for the summer, at the elementary school at 3 o'clock Friday, and thought, oh crap, I haven't figured out anything. So somebody called me and said, I told them my dilemma, and they said, well, just do what you did 10 years ago. I'm sure it was probably pretty good, and I doubt that any of the seniors would remember. I said, that'd be a great idea, but I had no idea what the file is that would have all that information, because I no longer have an office. Who knows where my files are? So I thought about it for a couple minutes, and thought, this really isn't difficult at all. 4 years ago, as we were getting ready for registration for another school year, we sent out a special invitation. It was the very first time we had done this. We had a special invitation to all our incoming freshmen and their parents to join us for a cookout as part of registration. We had a great number of students and family members join us for some hamburgers and hot dogs. Then we came right here in the gym and had a program. It was a program that was provided to us by Johnson's. It's called Commit to Graduate. And we all got these green bracelets that said, I'll make this commitment to graduate at the end of 4 years. And as part of that, as you see on one corner of the stage, we have a banner that says Shenandoah High School Parents and Faculty Class of 2013 Commit to Graduate. And so we asked the parents who joined us, and then at our teacher registration, we asked all the teachers to sign the banner. And on the other side of the stage, all those brand new freshmen vowed that they would do what it took to graduate. They made a commitment. They signed the banner. As a school and as parents, we try to do our part. Zach mentioned the fear of the homework list. This happens to be the first graduating class that had to suffer through all 4 years of the homework list. But that was part of our commitment. The school board committed that they were going to see that what they required you to do was as good or better than anybody else. That's why Shenandoah's requirements are higher than any other high school in Henry County. Because we're not going to settle for just being medium or mediocre or make the minimum the maximum. We're going to come to school, we're going to pass classes, your parents help by sending emails and phone calls. Or we had conferences. But there was still some level of commitment that you had to make. You had to make that commitment that you were going to do what you were asked of and required of to see that you got here today. As you leave here, you're going to be asked to make other commitments. The school's not going to be there in the same way. Your parents aren't going to be there in the same way. It's going to be more shouldered by you. And with that thought, I was very fortunate. My wife looks for these nice little articles from time to time, and she put one in my email, and I knew where that file was, because I have it in my email files. So I'd like to share this story. An elderly carpenter was ready to retire. He told his employer contractor of his plans to leave the house building business and live a more leisurely life with his wife enjoying their extended family. He would miss the paycheck, but he needed to retire. Financially, they knew that he'd get by. The contractor was so sorry to see his good worker go and asked if he could build just one more house as a personal favor. The carpenter said yes, but in time it was easy to see that his heart was just not in his work. He resorted to shoddy workmanship and used inferior materials. It was an unfortunate way to end a dedicated career. When the carpenter finished his work, the employer came to inspect the house. The contractor handed the carpenter the front door key and said, "This is your house. This is my gift to you." The carpenter was shocked. What a shame. If he had only known he was building his own house, he would have done it all so differently. So it is with us. We build our lives a day at a time, often putting less than our best into the building. Then with a shock we realize we have to live in the house that we have built. If we could do it over, we'd do it much differently. But we cannot go back. You are the carpenter. Each day you hammer a nail, place a board, or erect a wall. Life is a do-it-yourself project, someone has said. Your attitudes and your choices are what make you today. Build the house you live in tomorrow. So please, build wisely. Mr. Green, I stand here with the members of the class of 2013. I am proud to inform you that they have met not only the requirements of the Shenandoah School Corporation, but all requirements of the state of Indiana.
David Ford. We'd like to thank his mom, dad, and sister for always loving him, and his friends, family, and church for always supporting him. Alicia Marie Van Nader. We'd like to thank her Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for blessing her with the most loving and supportive family in the world. She wouldn't be the person she is today without them. James David Middleton. We'd like to thank his friends, family, and coaches for getting him to where he is today. His diploma will be presented by School Board Secretary Mrs. Beth Middleton. Mariah Jane Neal. Would like to thank her friends and family, especially her parents, for all of the support they have given her through the years. Miranda K. Minnick. Would like to thank her friends and family who have always believed in her and helped her become who she is today. Andrea Danielle Heiss. Would like to thank God, her grandmas for watching over her, her brother, and especially her parents for always supporting her. Brock Gregory Agra. would like to thank his parents and friends for always being supportive of everything he does. Dalton Armstrong would like to thank his family for supporting him through his school years. Hannah Shea Armstrong would like to thank God for blessing her with a great family and friends, and her grandpa for being her angel flying by her side. Brian Ball would like to thank his mom and dad. Logan David Varner would like to thank his parents for giving him all the love and support that he has ever needed. Taylor Brianne Bartram would like to thank her parents for helping her through and being there for her. She loves you both. Victoria Lynn Bliss would like to thank her whole family and her friends for all they have done for her. Kaylee Renee Boland would like to thank her friends, family, and God for all of their support. She loves you all. John Robert Breckenridge would like to say thank you to Papa Tim, Mama Pat, Mom, and Dad for everything. If it were not for you, he would not be here today. Robert Eli Butterfield would like to thank his parents for all of the support over the past 13 years. Emma Carol Ann Carpenter would like to say thank you to her family and friends for their support throughout her high school career. Eva Leanne Cave would like to thank her mom, her siblings, the Huffs, and Luann for watching over her. Jonathan Clayton Earl Chambers would like to thank his parents, grandparents, and the good Lord for all of their support. Our next diploma will be presented by School Board President Mr. Scott Trinnicol. Megan K. Chapman would like to thank her wonderful family and friends that have made her who she is, and most of all, God. She loves you all. Maria Destiny Cheyenne Cole would like to thank her friends and family who have gotten her through every day. She could not have done it without you. Peace and love. Jenna K. Conyers would like to thank her mom, dad, and family for supporting her through everything and making her who she is today. Tyler Crane would like to thank his parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles and friends for all of their support. Allison Brianne Crow. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 3:14. Andrew Tyler DeWeese would like to thank his mom and dad and the great Lord. Ryan Dulworth would like to thank his family and friends for always supporting him. Brianne Danae Dunnigan would like to thank her friends and family, especially her parents, for all of their love and support. Nick Farrote would like to thank his family for their support through school. Ashley Nicole Fields would like to say thank you to her parents for making her work hard and pushing her through school. Shane Fortune would like to thank his friends and family for loving him and for supporting him through everything. Krista Nicole Gilder would like to thank her mother
thankful for all of the sacrifices they have made for her, especially in the past 8 months. Our next diploma will be presented by School Board Secretary Mrs. Beth Middleton. Sydney Adair Boyette would like to thank her parents for always supporting her and her best friends for encouraging her to do her very best. Adrian Graham would like to say thank you to his parents and everyone who has helped him reach this point. Erica Lynn Graves would like to thank her parents and everyone else who has supported her and that will continue to support her. Brandon Briggs would like to thank his mom and grandpa for supporting him and helping him through everything. Chandler Allen Grogan would like to say thank you to his friends and family who have supported him throughout life. James Jacob Carter would like to say thank you for all of his family and friends for a great high school career. Aramis D. Lena Hensley would like to thank her family for the support. She knows her grandpa and brother Andy would be proud of her. Jackie Nathaniel Hernandez would like to thank his friends and family for everything they do for him. Megan B. Hill would like to thank her kidneys for hanging in there and her wonderful parents. Austin Michael Hitchens would like to thank his family for all of their support. Bailey Ray Huckabee would like to thank her family for all of the support. Jordan Lynn Hudson would like to thank her parents, family, and everyone who has helped her through school. Dustin Allen Hurt would like to make his family proud and be a great dad to his son, Gavin. Cassidy Lynn Julian would like to thank her family and friends for supporting her and God and her great-grandpa for watching over her. Anthony Keel would like to thank all of his family and friends for their support. Doran Kyle Lacey would like to offer a special thank you to his mom and dad for always being there for him. Tyler James Lambert would like to thank all of his friends and family who were there for him when he needed them. Wish him luck. Our next diploma will be presented by Shenandoah faculty member Mrs. Cheryl McCambridge and Elizabeth McCambridge would like to thank her family and friends. Stetson McCoy would like to say thank you to his family. Caitlin McDaniels would like to thank her mom and stepdad because even though it's not on her birth certificate, he's been the greatest dad she could ever ask for. Heather Nicole McKinley would like to thank her mom and dad. She would not have made it without you. like to give a special thank you to her mom, dad, Diana, Max, grandparents, Grandma Betty, and Chandler for always being there and supporting her. Char Leslie, Brianna Moore. Would like to thank her family and friends for all of the support they have given her over the past years. Brett L. Munden. Would like to thank her friends, teachers, and family for the support they have given her throughout school. Clinton Brock Nation. Would like to thank his parents, family, friends, and God for being there for him. Timothy Joseph Nethery III. Would like to thank God for blessing him with all that he has and all that he will achieve. Bradley Thomas Owens. Would like to thank his friends and family for putting up with him and his stubbornness all these years. Our next diploma will be presented by School Board Secretary Mrs. Beth Middleton. Brianna Ashley Perry. Would like to thank her parents, siblings, and friends for always supporting her through everything. Jalen Thomas Phelps. Would like to thank his mom and dad. Zane Ford. Would like to thank all of his family members and friends for all of their support. Our next diploma will be presented by School Board Secretary Mrs. Beth Middleton. Madison Michelle Poston. Would like to thank her family and friends for always supporting her. Marina Leanne Pritt. Would like to say thank you to her family, friends, and her Savior for always being there for her and guiding her. Shelby B. Randall. Would like to thank all of her friends and family. Cody Allen Rain. Would like to thank his friends and family for helping him become a stronger person. Dakota Riggins. Would like to say thank you to his mom and dad for everything they have put up with. Keith Riggs. Would like to thank his parents for pushing him to get through school. Michaela Jean Roseberry. Would like to thank her mom, Mima, and Papa for loving her unconditionally and making her the person she is today. Jessica Ann Sanders. Would like to thank her mom and dad for helping her get through high school and Danny Justice for watching her grow. She loves you all. Our next diploma will be presented by School Board President Mr. Scott Trimble. Devin Shelton. Would like to thank his family, friends, and coaches for all of their support and for always believing in him. Damon Smith. Would like to thank his mom and everyone who helped him get to this day. Sarah Abigail Smith. Would like to thank her parents for all of their love and support throughout her whole school experience. Joseph Richard Sword. Would like to thank his family and friends. Trevor Austin Stewart. Would like to say thank you for family and friends being here and to tell his grandma that he misses her. Chelsea Emily Swinford. always loves and supports her. Adrian Alice Van Mayer would like to thank her family for always being there for her no matter what, and also the teachers for inspiring her in their own ways. Zach Peter would like to say thank you to his mom, dad, and friends for their support, and also thank the good Lord. Michael Allen Wall would like to thank his family, friends, and teachers for getting him to where he is today. Sage Allen would like to thank her grandfather for pushing her through high school. Tyler Lee Watson would like to thank his family, friends, and church. Kyle Webster would like to say thank you to his mom and dad for not giving up on him. He knew he could do it, he just didn't know when. Charles David Weir III would like to thank his parents for putting up with him through thick and thin. Grant Joseph Williams. Without his family's support, he would not have accomplished this. Thank you for all that you have done. Chelsea Mariah Ann Wingate would like to thank her family, God, and her boyfriend Alex, but most especially her mother, Farrah. Drew Witham. To his parents, Wes and Tanya, and Melissa and Brandon, thank you so much for all the love and support. He loves you. Dagan Wood would like to thank his friends and family that have helped him through this high school adventure. Nicholas York would like to thank his parents and any other influential people in his life. Evan Paul Ian Young would like to thank God for blessing him with such a great family.
Class of 2013, please stand. By the authority granted me by the Board of Education for the Shenandoah School Corporation and by the Indiana Department of Education, I now declare you graduates of Shenandoah High School. Congratulations.
Thank you.